I love and welcome back to the podcast, The Hayley Osborne Show. I am so happy that you are here today, joining me with me in your ears. Whatever you are doing today, I am very grateful that you are listening. And if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Hayley and I am your very insightful host on all things brand and marketing and confidence. And I'm really glad that you're here joining me today. It's a bit of a special episode today. So it's episode 205, and I wanted to talk with you about the hidden cost of carrying your business in your head because I want you to nod your head now and say, yes, Hayley, hand up. Uh, I am guilty of doing this because it is all in my head. I have all the big ideas and the big everything, and it is in my head. And if you listen to last week's episode, you would know that I have announced something pretty special, and I haven't done an in-person anything for a long time. This is an in-person event that I will be doing. It is small, okay? It is boutique, it is premium, it is 6 seats only, okay? And it is one premium luxe room for a day of intensive founder energy, VIP. It is a strategy day for 6 business owners only, because I want you to have big business momentum. And 6 is the most beautiful number, 7 including myself. So this is for you to step away from the day to day. And I have been thinking about this for a really long time because I do really enjoy working with small groups because I feel like you can achieve so much more. And what tends to happen when you step away from your day-to-day lives as the business owner, as the founder, you meet other people. This is not a networking event, but what happens is in the room, the person next to you is going to ask a question that makes you go, aha, oh my God, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I ask that question inside of my business? And I see this often. And so that is the reason why I wanted to get 6 people in a room together to have a day of stepping into your strategy. Okay, so this is an exclusive, very luxury experience, combined with a really premium culinary experience because I am all about very healthy food. It is designed to help you build clarity. Okay, strengthen your marketing foundations, refine your positioning, and create a smarter growth plan heading into the new financial year. Okay, this is your chance to work directly with myself inside an intimate boardroom. Okay, it is a luxe environment and it's focused on entirely helping you move your business forward. Okay, it's the 25th of June, okay, 2026, and it is designed to help you to get away from the noise. Okay, so this day I have built because I have found that we get so caught up in our lives, in the doing, answering emails, managing clients, putting out fires, showing up on social media, keeping everything moving, keeping everything in our zone of genius. And what happens, and what I've found, is that growth happens when you give yourself space to think and space to think bigger. And it's actually phenomenal. I've seen what happens out of these days. Myself working one on one with clients, because if you want to work one on one with me, we can have this VIP day as well. However, I have decided to open it up to the public. However, I'll only be taking on 6 people. Okay. And it is the founder intensive designed to create space. So I want only ambitious people in the room, okay, who want to reconnect with their vision. Okay, you've grown your business to a certain point, but what got you there, what got you here, won't get you there. Okay, I want you to be able to refine what matters most and walk away with a real practical sense of clarity and momentum. And I may as well just get straight into it because I want you to understand that what we're going to be doing. Okay, so the first part of the day is to really look at brand positioning and marketing foundation. So, where are you sitting right now? Okay, what needs to happen for you to show up to grow better, more confidently, more strategically, and more consistency? Okay, so that your growth actually comes from where your energy belongs. The second part of the day is visibility strategy and founder clarity. All right. So we will clarity around where your growth actually comes from and where your energy belongs and create momentum through smarter marketing that's going to align with your business goals because that's really important. There's four parts. The next one is growth opportunities. So what are some of the growth opportunities that are sitting in your business right now that you're not taking advantage of that you need a hand with? That's my world. And then the fourth part of the day is there is an alert that just came up on my computer. I've just recently updated my operating system and it says add effects using hand gestures. No, thank you. No, I won't be doing that. Anyway, I digress. The fourth part of the day is strategic direction. Okay. So leaving with really practical next steps designed specifically for your business. So they're the four parts of today. So I think today the objective out of this podcast episode is to talk about something I think every business owner really experiences, but actually few talk about. And that's the hidden cost of carrying your business in your head. Because when people look at your business, they see a polished version. They do. And we all see this. They see your website. Okay, that's really visible. They see social media posts. They see client wins, okay, through case studies. They see the wins, the business wins. They see growth. But the thing that they don't see is what's happening behind the scenes, your ideas, missed opportunities or opportunities, decisions, and the things that you've been meaning to work on, and the things that you know would make a difference if you only had time. Okay. And the things that pop into your head while you're in the shower, while you're driving, I know, me too. And when your head hits a pillow at night, same. Okay. And we carry a lot as business owners. We honestly do. And I think that we always realize that over time it becomes heavy, but we don't realize it how heavy it becomes through the day to day. And I know that I felt it. And there have been seasons in my life where, my brain feels like it's got 50 million trillion tabs open. And maybe you can relate, maybe you can't. One tab is your marketing, one tab is your website, one tab is your new thing that you're doing, one tab is potential client collaboration, because that grows your business. One tab is pricing, one tab is content, one tab is the idea that you've been sitting on for a billion years, and another tab is wondering whether you're focusing on the right thing at all. So I don't think any of these things are problems. They're not. I think together, though, they create a little noise. It's like a stone in your shoe. You can walk around with it for a while, okay, but eventually it becomes really uncomfortable and you have to take your shoe off and take the stone out. And I think that the noise of all of these tabs open makes it really difficult to hear what's actually important. And what I've noticed over the years, both in my own business and through working with hundreds of business owners, is that most people don't need more information. Okay. What they do need is clarity. And what you need is clarity. And, I don't think another strategy downloaded onto you is the answer. I think the answer is space to be able to think and space to be able to create answers to strategic questions. Okay. And that's a really important distinction. Okay. Strategy and clarity are not the same thing. Okay. You can have access to all the strategies in the world, but if your brain's overloaded and, you're still in struggle mode, then you're going to struggle to know what to actually focus on. And you're still second guessing yourself. You are pulled in 50 billion trillion directions. And when you are clear, the clarity on the flip side changes everything. Okay, decisions become easier, faster, definitely, and marketing becomes easier as well because you know where you stand. Okay, and the opportunities that you are presented with become much easier to spot. Okay, and that's when momentum starts to build because you can see opportunities because you're clearer. And that's what I believe one of the most valuable things as a business owner and founder can do is intentionally create that space for yourself to think. not space that is squeezed in between meetings, okay? Not while answering emails and not while you are seeing clients at the same time. It doesn't work. A real dedicated space that is protected. No meetings, no phone calls, no family bugging you, a day of space, which is so nice. And it's the kind of space where you can finally zoom out and look at your business properly. And honestly, this is something I've become incredibly passionate about because I see lots of business owners, brilliant ones, carrying around massive opportunities, ideas, and decisions that deserve attention. Okay, yet they never create the time to actually work on them, which is really important. And I think the number one reason for not being able to create the time is because you're just busy. Okay. And I think that's a good thing, but that's why I decided to create something different. And that is why I've recently just opened 6 seats for an end of financial year founder intensive. Okay. This is a luxury strategy day for six business only. Six businesses only. Okay. And the reason I'm really excited about this is because it creates exactly what we're talking about today: space, space to think, space to work above your business noise, thinking, reflecting, refining. Okay. And I've recently become very, very good at using Claude and integrating that into my business because my business has grown exponentially and I have needed the support to back that up. And I like cannot wait to share that with you. And so I've invested a lot of my time learning different things inside of that beast that have exponentially helped me to be able to grow my business. And that's what's happened as a result. And when I imagine this day, I don't imagine another workshop. Okay, I imagine a room full of ambitious business owners finally giving themselves permission to step away from the noise and focus on the things that matter the most. And, the messaging that you've been wanting to refine, we're going to do that. The growth opportunities that you've been sitting on, we're going to figure out how to make that a reality. And the marketing that you've been meaning to improve, well, that is my jam. Hello. So, those decisions that you've been carrying around in your heads, this is the day to be able to make the line in the sand and move forward. Because here's what I know: the breakthrough is already sitting there with you. I think that it just needs space to emerge. And when business owners create that space, incredible things happen. I see it all the time. And it's almost a case of like I see business owners arriving very overwhelmed, okay, but feeling very clear when they leave. And you are not carrying that uncertainty of where your business is going and how you're going to get there. You are having that wholehearted direction. Um, and that shift is really powerful because the founder drives the business. Okay. You drive the business. And when you're clear, the business is clear. And when you're confident, which you got to crown yourself with that shit, your business grows and gains momentum very, very quickly. Okay. It accelerates your growth, which is such a beautiful place to be in. And if you've been feeling like your brain has 50 billion tabs open lately, I want you to know that you're not alone. I see this a lot, and I also want you to consider what would happen if you actually gave yourself a day to think, a day to step away, a day to focus, a day to make decisions, strategic support from me, where the only thing in the room is your business becoming a priority. What could shift for you? Okay, what could become clearer? What have you been sitting on that you just can't get over the line in your own head? And what opportunities could emerge from that day? Okay, what momentum can you create for yourself heading into the next financial year? Because we're about to close that off. And you could probably do your profit and loss and your forecast and your sales forecast now to see where you are at. And if it's not where you want to be, then something has to change. Okay, you cannot, if you've always done what you've always done, then you'll always have what you've always got. Okay. I genuinely believe that one intentional day can change the trajectory of your business. And I've seen that firsthand with the one-on-one VIP days that I do. But this is 6 people in the room. It is boutique, it is small. And the reason for that is because I want the person sitting next to you to ask the question that is going to give you the light bulb moment in your own business. Okay, it is in Adelaide. Okay, fly in, spend the day with me, and fly out. Okay, you can stay in a hotel nearby. It is a very, very minor expense in your business that will make you insane amounts of profit. Okay, because what happens after it, the decisions you make, the actions that you take, the confidence that you gain, and the clarity that you walk away with is exponential and it will set you up. And that's exactly why I've created this experience because I know how powerful it is. It's only limited to 6 business owners and it's intimate by design. Okay, I've made it that way. It's premium by design. It is in a very premium location and it is strategic by design because I want every single person in that room to walk away with unreal clarity and real momentum. So, I think if this episode has resonated with you today, if you've been carrying your business around in your head, if you've been craving massive amounts of clarity and you're just not getting it and you're saying, I need time to properly work on this, I would love to see you in the room. You can find all of the details via the link in the show notes today. There's only 6 seats, and when they're filled, that's it. Registration's closed. You can find the day on my website as well. So, thank you so much for spending time with me today. And I want you to remember always keep showing up. Okay, keep backing yourself, show up strategically, or I think it's not worth it. Okay, and I want you to keep creating the space for the things that matter the most to you. And remember that clarity creates momentum. I will speak to you next week. Continue to have the best week, and I look forward to seeing you in the room with me on the 25th of June 2026. Okay, bye.